Alright guys, so today I am going to be sharing with you a little bit of yard sale haul and just stuff that I recently have gotten listed. So before we start, I just wanted to say I feel like it had been a while since I posted kind of a follow me along yard sale video. It's been extremely hot. This time of the year, yard sales kind of peter off a little bit as far as like people not wanting to have yard sales because it's so hot. And I also feel like it gets kind of dry. Typically, you know, the start of yard sale season is when I find the most stuff. But, you know, I did find some good things last week. So, you know, the weather starts to cool off a little bit before we get, you know, into winter and things like that. So I should have at least some more like fall-ish yard sales to go to. So we'll see. But let's just get started into what I recently got listed. And this stuff is going to be partly yard sale pieces. So you all saw me pick up this gorgeous cat wall pocket. This thing is absolutely amazing, and if I didn't want to move so bad, I'd probably keep this for myself, but really trying to, you know, move at some point. So I'm a little bit more into like letting things go that I absolutely love, but I fell in love with this. When I saw it, it did not have a price, but I knew right away I didn't care how much it was gonna come home with me either way. One, it has a cat on. People love cats. I love cats. Two, it's a wall pocket. Three, it's just really unique and interesting. Nothing I have personally ever seen before. So lo and behold, when I asked the lady how much she wanted for it, she said, I'm pretty sure she only charged me $1 because I also bought a Jim Shore cat. She charged me $2 for that. My bill was $3. So $1 for this amazing wall pocket. This isn't, this is actually a pottery piece. It's by Tacoma Art Pottery. TAP is their initials, and I'll show you the back where it's marked just in case you ever come across anything by them. It'll be marked TAP, and that stands for Tacoma Art Pottery. So absolutely amazing piece. Like I said, paid $1. I did put this on auction. I started my auction at $99.99. The last one sold for $135 or $136, and the one before that was like $200. So definitely currently the cheapest one ever available. So I'm hoping maybe it goes for a little more than that, but considering I only paid $1, that's a great find. So I'm just gonna be a little upset to see it go. Also at that sale, I picked up the Jim Shore cat. This one is named Abigail, and she's in okay condition. She has two little chippies on her ears. I know it's gonna be incredibly hard to see, but when you're just looking at her, you don't really notice them, and I didn't notice them when I picked it up. She charged me $2 for this, and I listed it as a buy it now for $12.99. At one yard sale, I did find a couple Williraye studio pieces. I purchased all of them. I only got one listed so far. The really large hanging snowman was kind of like the best piece, but I gotta find a box for that. This piece here did come with the original box, and it's just a candle votive holder. So it has the little pull out part to put your votive candle in, and then it has snowmen all around it. A lot of people, especially people overseas, collect Williraye. I know, like, I just posted this today and it already has like almost 20 some views, and that's kind of unheard of when you first list something, considering it's just a votive candle holder. I did pay, I think she charged me $2 for this, and I listed it as a buy it now for $19.99. We have to give it to Eric for this next one. Eric and I went to a church sale. It was just out in a parking lot. A couple people were set up. He went to park the truck, he let me out, and I started on like one side of the parking lot, and then when he came after he parked the truck, he was on the other side. Lo and behold, and I'm so glad he was there to nab this because I wasn't there yet, Eric found this beautiful pink glass genie bottle decanter. It looks like this, and it has the stopper, which just letting you guys know, if you ever come across one of these and you only see the stopper, buy the stopper. These stoppers can sell themselves for a lot of money, because what happens is people end up breaking them and then they need the replacement piece. So these are very hard to come by. Okay, so Eric rolled up to the table. The lady's like, everything on the table's 50 cents. He paid 50 cents for this. 50 cents, guys. It already sold. We sold it for $265. 50 cents into $265. Like, this is why I love reselling. It's just amazing. So, sad part of this story is there were two of these bottles, right? The other one missing the topper. The lady's like, oh, I was so upset this morning. I was getting it out. The topper fell off and broke. So that just goes to show you guys why these are so valuable, the toppers, because people end up breaking them. So we have a bottom to another one, but I think that also has some damage from when she dropped it. So we didn't list that. I don't know quite what we're doing with it. And Eric asked her, like, if the topper, like, how bad it was broke, because if there would have just been like a chip out of, like, you know, this part right here, we still would have took it. But she said it was like completely shattered, so there was no going back from that. But oh my gosh, amazing. 50 cents for that. So good job, Eric. At one yard sale, we actually were at this yard sale earlier in the year, and the lady said to come back when they were having their good old days, which is like a town-wide yard sale type celebration, because she was gonna have more stuff out and some more Christmas stuff. So we went to her yard sale. She didn't have a whole lot of new stuff out, but I did pick up her Edna Young pieces because I just can't say no to these when I find them. So they call these shadow dancers. You guys have seen me pick up these types of pieces before in the past. They're made by someone named Edna Young. The bodies are always like made out of metal covered in cloth. So this one is of a Santa Claus holding a little marionette puppet, and it still had its tags. It's on a wooden base. Really nice piece. I'm pretty sure I paid $12 for this, and I did list it as a buy it now for $99.99. These are really nice, well-made pieces, and they're older too. This one was from 1987. This next item, I'm gonna pop up a picture because the styrofoam piece in this box is just poo with the styrofoam. Like, every time you open it, it just wants to snow styrofoam. So just keeping it in the box. But this is another Jim Shore piece. It is of Santa Claus, and he has like a nativity scene on the front of him. We paid $10 for this at a yard sale, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $39.99. So just a little funny story with this one in particular. We were at a yard sale, and there was this little man there. He was the sweetest man ever. He was asking like if we were looking for anything in particular and stuff like that. And a lot of the times before, Eric and I wouldn't really say what we were looking for, just anything really, because, you know, that's pretty much it. We're like looking for a little bit of anything. But lately we have been, if people ask, we've been telling them, you know, asking them if they have any vintage Christmas or vintage Halloween, since we're, you know, trying to collect those pieces. And the man's like, well, come on inside. We'll go through some stuff. I think he was really lonely. So he invited us inside his home and took us kind of on a tour of his house to show us his collections. He had a big collection of these little like village type houses, and he had a lot of different collections. Beautiful home, and just the sweetest man. So he took us down in the basement. We went through some of his Christmas stuff, and he's like, here, let me get a box. You can fill it up with anything that you are interested in. So we did get a box of stuff. We got that Jim Shore at his house, and that was kind of like an icebreaker thing, like as far as like, okay, yeah, how much do you want for this? All right, we'll take this, and then go from there type of thing. So went down in his basement, and we put together kind of like a box of stuff that kind of interested us. I am keeping some stuff, and I'll show you what I'm keeping. And then some stuff I think I might put on in my whatnot, and then some might get listed, like the Jim Shore piece. But it was so sweet of him to invite us in, and it was such a fun time, because those are the types of things you, as a reseller, you like being able to get that little bit of more personal kind of thing, as far as like actually going to go into someone's home and potentially buy stuff, is what we call like private picks. So that's always like amazing. He didn't have any Halloween stuff, and there wasn't like a whole lot of great stuff, but it was still just really nice of him to even allow us to come into his home, because you know how people are nowadays. It's not every person you come across is gonna just invite strangers into their home, you know what I mean? So it was really fun. Okay, I picked up this vintage stationery set at a yard sale. I fell in love with the box print. It says mod on it. It's very like groovy looking, but the papers and everything were still inside. I'll show them to you real quick. So it's a big old stack of neon colored, just blank paper with matching envelopes. So people do collect vintage stationery. It's a thing. And this one was just really cool looking. Like even this box alone is amazing. So I paid $1 for this, and I listed it on auction with a starting price of $19.99. I picked up these Coach flats. They are in like new condition. Absolutely gorgeous. They are a women's size 9.5. Got these at a yard sale, and I was so surprised that they were still there, because it was the third day of yard sales, and still found these. She had $5 on them originally, and no one bought them, and she was doing half off. So I paid $2.50 for these Coach shoes, which is awesome. And these here I have listed as a buy it now for $59.99. All right, at the yard sale where I got the Edna Young Santa, she also had these, and these are also by Edna Young, and they are also shadow dancers, but these ones are shelf sitters, so they have a flat bum, so you can sit them on a shelf. And they're a little ice skating pair, a little man and lady with their ice skates. These are also from the 80s. I think one is from 1986, and the other one 1987. So again, by Edna Young, and again, I paid $12 for this pair, and I also listed these together as a buy it now for $99.99. Okay, so here's one of the items that was in that man's house in his Christmas stuff. I did take this little set of Christmas ceramic kitty cats. So there's one holding a present, one holding a candy cane, and then one holding a Christmas tree. So a little set of 3 of them, and these are marked Japan on the bottoms. I listed these as the set for a buy it now of $19.99. And then when we filled the box, it wasn't like completely filled or anything like that, but just a couple of things that we were interested in, he asked $20 for everything, so that's what we paid for the box. So there was one yard sale set up where everything was free, but you could make a donation if you wanted to. So I did make a donation with what I purchased, and I got a couple of things there. So the first thing that I picked up, I thought this was so stinking cute. This is a Care Bears magnet, and I think I'm gonna put this on my fridge until it sells, but it's like a locker magnet kind of. It's really big, and then it comes with this little piece that says I'm feeling like, and then you can move it around to what Care Bear you're feeling like today. There's passive aggressive bear, nerdy bear, texts a lot bear, drama bear, buzzkill bear, snacks a lot bear, awkward moment bear, who gives a crap bear, and fartsy bear. I just thought that was so stinking cute. So like I said, this came from a free or donation yard sale. I listed this as a buy it now for $9.99. Also at that yard sale, I picked up this Josie Maran or Maran Radiant Argon Liquid Gold Self Tanning Oil. This is a whole kit. It was new. It comes with the mitt, 2 bottles of self tanning oil. It also comes with an illuminizing body butter, 2 different ones. There's like a large one and a smaller one, so a whole set. And this here I listed as a buy it now for $59.99. Okay, Eric picked these up. Eric picked up these hand puppets. These are so cute. They're from 2013, I want to say, or no, 2003. I had the 3 right. These are by Sunny and Company. So there was the girl here and then the boy. Let me sit her in here so you can see them better. And he paid $2 a piece for these. These are really cute. Oh my goodness. Very good quality as well. He's got his little chain and everything. So adorable. So like I said, he paid $2 a piece, so $4 all together. And he listed them together on auction with a starting price of $49.99. So I think this one is actually harder to find as well, especially with his chain and the shoes. This is the second time I found this cookbook. This is the Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child cookbook. This was actually in one of my Bolo cookbook videos. So it's really awesome that this is the second time I found it. I already sold it once. This here I'm pretty sure was 25 cents or 50 cents, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $49.99. So my thumbnail in that video was this Heinz ketchup bottle. So this isn't a vintage ketchup bottle from 2001, back when Heinz did the Easy Squirt ketchups, which were ketchup that were in different colors, and this one was called Funky Purple, and it has the dog from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I saw this sitting there at the yard sale, and I was like, oh, I remember that ketchup. It was disgusting. I mean, it tasted like ketchup, but I just couldn't get over the coloring when I was younger. So I just kind of laughed about it. And then in the back of my head, I thought about Dinosaur Dracula, and I'm sure most of you probably have never heard of that blog, but it's a very like nostalgia based website, and I just thought of him automatically like when I saw it, and I was like, there's people out there who are gonna want this ketchup bottle. So I was like, all right, let me look it up. I looked it up and I was like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. And then I clicked on one of the solds just to make sure that it wasn't like an unused bottle, you know what I mean? Like maybe someone wants one with the ketchup still inside. Nope, it was an empty bottle. It sold for $100 some. So, and there was none currently listed, and there was none I could find that had the dog from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I bought it for $0.25. I told Eric, I was like, I bet you whoever put it out at the yard sale, the other people at the yard sale were probably like, you're not gonna sell that. Who's gonna buy an empty old ketchup bottle? So he probably had a good bet on that, and they probably owed him money because I bought the ketchup bottle. So anyway, listed this guy on auction with a starting price of $99.99. It has a bid. Will it go for more than that? I don't know. It has a decent amount of watchers. So yeah, obscure, vintage, empty food packaging materials. There are people out there who have blogs just based on this type of stuff. So obviously they want the products that they want to talk about and document and all of that good stuff. So don't ever look past stuff like this. And it's usually so incredibly cheap and worth a disgusting amount of money. Okay, I got a set of these Tupperware salt and pepper shakers, very clean condition. The vintage ones that look like this, the white ones with the clear lid and that have the S and the P on the front, they sell very quickly regardless of condition. I've never seen these ones while out and about, so I took them. I paid $3 for them, and I listed them as a buy it now for $24.99. So people do like these tall ones. These next couple of pieces came from an auction. I'll get back more into, I think, some more yard sale stuff. But these next pieces did come from an auction. At one week there was a lot of Pinocchio stuff there. I do have some other pieces that I haven't listed yet. This one here is a Pinocchio ornament. It is a Walt Disney Classics Collection ornament. I listed this on auction with a starting price of $25.99. Same with this next one. This one is of Geppetto, again $25.99. And then I also have Jimney Cricket, and again $25.99. Then I also have this Lenox Pinocchio. He's really cute and he's worth a decent amount. And there's what his bottom looks like. This one here I have listed as a buy it now for $119.99. I have this little brown Coach wristlet purse. Won this at an auction for just $1. And I listed this as a buy it now for $19.99. These shoes came from a yard sale. They are a pair of DC skateboarding shoes. They are a size women's 9.5. I paid $5 for these, and I have these listed as a buy it now for $45.99. This item also came from an auction. This is a little Boyd's glass hen on a nest. He does glow a bit, and it is just a little hen on the nest by Boyd's Glass. And Eric paid $1 for this at the auction, and I have it listed on auction with a starting price of $25.99, and it does have a bid. I won this Coach purse at an auction. This one is in the style called Rowan. Really pretty pink with two top handles as well as a removable crossbody strap. It's in beautiful condition, very much like new, I would say. And this one was a good one as far as the style goes and the coloring. I'm pretty sure he paid about $11 for this at the auction, and I have it listed as a buy it now for $129.99. I think a lot of people at the auction, when it comes to designer purses, a lot of people don't know when something is authentic or not. But then when they see Eric bidding, it's like they kind of know then because, you know, they know that I know, but a lot of them don't really get, depending on who's there, don't get too crazy with the bags. So got that one for a steal. I got this vintage plastic church. This is by Light. It does plug in and light up really nicely. So this would be perfect for a Christmas village or just sitting out at Christmas time. This here won also at an auction, and I have this listed as a buy it now for $29.99. This here is a Christmas girl. She is a Belle marked Japan, has a spaghetti trim along the bottom of her dress as well as her hat. This here I'm pretty sure came from a yard sale, I want to say, and I have her listed as a buy it now for $39.99. These mice also came from a yard sale. These are actually made out of rabbit fur, so they're made of real fur, and they're holding little corn kernels. They are so stinking cute. So this one is when I purchased this at the yard sale, there was also another mouse made of rabbit fur that I sold, and it was made in Germany. I think they call them real fur animals or something like that. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's in my title and description. And I'm pretty sure this one here was one of the German made ones, and then this one here was by Russ. So he's got a little bit of issue right here, but I just added him with the nicer German mouse. So I listed those together for a buy it now of $19.99. Also picked up these at a yard sale. These are little plastic, like Valentine's Day pixie girls, or Christmas. I mean, you can use them for Christmas or Valentine's Day. I think these might have been like a cake topper for cakes. I'm not entirely sure, but they're really stinking cute. I listed them as the pair for a buy it now of $19.99. Got these at a yard sale for $5. These are old tin photographs. So they look like this. This one is of a man, and these are tin. And we got this one here, and then this one. So I paid $5 for that baggie, and I listed them all together, the lot, for a buy it now of $29.99. So I put Halloween in the title just in case someone wanted to use them kind of as like a creepy Halloween decoration. Then I have a Peanuts figure. This is of Snoopy and Woodstock, and it's a little ceramic figure of Snoopy kind of like hugging Woodstock. It's by Westland Gifts. This came from an auction. I have this listed as a buy it now for $19.99. These also came from an auction. They were still in their original packaging. They are Christmas decorations by a company called Win, and they are of like Lucite animals. They're super cute. I know my grandma had these at one point. There's still an original sticker on the back, so I like the fact that they were still in their box. These here I have listed as a buy it now for $19.99. I can't remember if these came from a yard sale or an auction, but these are a little ceramic set of Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and they are both waving, and they are signed on the bottom, so probably a hobbyist piece. I listed these together as a buy it now for $39.99. These also came from an auction. This is a vintage, probably from the 90s. This one says Happy Halloween with a little witchy poo, little oven mitt, and then there is a matching tea towel that looks like this with the same little witchy poo. So I listed those together for a buy it now of $12.99. I recently got this at an auction. Eric won this. This is an old celluloid plastic Easter rabbit carting a little wagon with eggs, and it has a hen on the top. It is marked Japan, and it rattles when you shake it. So this one, I had never seen this one before. Granted, I don't really sell a whole lot of vintage Easter stuff and that type of thing. I don't know a whole lot about it, but this one is actually very rare. Eric, I'm pretty sure, paid $1 for this, which I think is insane, because typically people go slightly crazy with like vintage like toys and stuff like that. But when I looked this up, the last one sold for $100 some. I did list mine on auction with a starting price of $79.99. It does have some watchers, so I think it will definitely go at that price. I maybe should have waited until closer to Easter, but if there's someone out there who's collecting Easter, they have a saved search for this. Also at the auction, Eric won these Salvatore Ferragamo shoes. These are really cute. These are also a 9.5, and they're like little slip-on espadrilles, if I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not. They're in really nice condition, and they have like a cheetah on them, so super duper cute. And these are still in the original box with the Nordstrom sticker, which was $180 for these shoes, so it's definitely a good brand. I think he paid, I want to say it was under $20 for these, and I listed them as a buy it now for $99.99. Then I have these cat plates. These are super cute. These are from These are from 1982, made in Japan. So it's this one here. They're very dapper cats with little bow ties. So it was this one and this one. So I listed these together for buy it now of $19.99. Like I said, these came from a yard sale. Eric purchased these Flintstones McDonald's glasses. So it is the complete set. So I'll show them all to you. Here's two. Here is one. And then here is one. So he paid $1 for the entire set, and we listed them as a buy it now for $25.99. In my house, we only had one. We had this one back when I was younger. I liked it because I liked the texture of it. I haven't listed this guy yet, but found this Fenton white milk glass hobnail swung vase at a yard sale for $5. Ugh, I couldn't believe this either. We were driving past a yard sale and Eric's like, should we stop at this one? Because we were getting kind of like hot and hungry, you know how you get a little hangry at that point. And then he pulled the truck over. He's like, nope, I see a swung vase. So jumped out, grabbed that, $5. Again, I can't believe it was still just sitting there. But I haven't listed this yet. It might get listed. I might save it for a future booth. Then some other things that aren't listed, and I haven't decided yet if I'm listing them. I did find this little spaghetti trim angel at a yard sale. I paid 25 cents for her, so she might just go into my Christmas decorating for the time being. And then you guys saw these little Santa Noel set did come from that man's house. They are marked Japan. I'm not sure who made them, if anyone actually made them, but each letter has Santa on. So we have the N, here is the O. And when Eric was like looking through the box, he's like, oh, please let them be all there. So then we have the E, and this is a really cute set. I love this set. I wish it were a little bit bigger. And then the L. So for the time being, we'll probably hang on to these. And also at a yard sale, I picked up this vintage Halloween devil mask. I paid $4 for this. He's gonna go into my little bit of devil collection, and he glows pretty awesomely. I know it's probably hard to tell with all the lights on right now, but he's gonna look pretty cool with the rest of my very small devil collection. So grab that. And that's pretty much everything for this haul. This was probably a long one, guys. And I didn't make a dent in my table as usual. And I am sweating. It is so hot down here in my basement. You would think a basement would be cooler, but I do have like all of these lights on me, which is not helping matters. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. How things are going for you. How have yard sales been going for you? Have you been noticing a little bit of a dry period with yard sales as well, in count of the heat and stuff like that? I'm on the East Coast in Pennsylvania, so you know, we only have yard sales during the summer, a little bit of spring, a little bit of summer, a little bit of fall. So it's not like an all year thing. Like if you live in like Florida or something, you're so lucky if you can go to yard sales all the time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.